One of the most gnarly outdoor races is actually being held directly in Bentonville, Arkansas this year. That's going to be a lot of fun. And we're talking 3 other important things happening in Northwest Arkansas today. So let's talk about that. Hey everybody, if you don't know who I am, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. If you weren't aware, I actually was a real estate broker located in the dumpster fire, the horrible, the no good state of Illinois. The worst. Anyways, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to in America. I could have moved to Boise, I could have moved to Golden, I could have moved to Salt Lake City, I could have moved to Dallas, I could have moved to Asheville, I could have moved anywhere I wanted to. But I chose Northwest Arkansas, and it is by far the best place to live in America, literally by far. If you ever want to talk about why I chose Northwest Arkansas versus anywhere else in America, let's meet up for coffee, let's talk on the phone, let's meet up and talk about why this place is truly amazing, and again, best place to live in America by far. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the content. All right, and the first thing to cover is let's go to Fayetteville first before we move on to Bentonville. Fayetteville is actually announcing a kind of a brand new building project dedicated to affordable housing for artists and of those nature in the area. So you could only really get away with this in Fayetteville because Fayetteville is like that kind of eclectic, interesting culture. Meaning, I love Fayetteville because it's kind of like you have sports people, you have college people, you have regular 100,000 people that live in Fayetteville just doing life. And then you have artists, and you have all these mountain bikers. You have all this kind of meshing of people together trying to do life, and it works out so well in Fayetteville, Arkansas. So it is not shocking that Fayetteville is kind of announcing a like this whole kind of art style building structure to allow people to have the places to do art. Now, this isn't funded by Fayetteville, just to clarify. This is funded by a place, I believe, out of Little Rock. They're actually building one in Little Rock as well. This is still in the planning phases. I would assume it will happen. That's just my guess. It's one of those things where it's like, at the moment, if you say AI, if you say affordable housing, people are like, yeah, let's do that. So I'm guessing when you attach affordable housing for art, it's like, sure, you have the magical words, affordable housing, let's do it. Now, I'm not sure what that's going to pertain, but obviously the idea is like, hey, you want to create things, you want to do art, you want to do creative projects. We're going to kind of help you in the subsidize, essentially not through Fayetteville, but from a corporation standpoint, we're going to subsidize your essentially your rent and stuff so you can do creative art. I would imagine, I don't know if it's just going to be subsidized for subsidized reasons or if there's going to be like, hey, whatever you create, we get a portion of that. I don't know. I don't know if this is a business or what's going on here, but just Fayetteville would totally allow that to happen in the sense of like, not the business side, but more or less like the building of a structure dedicated to subsidized housing for artists to grow and create stuff here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. It's because they want to make it a hub. They want to make it a hub. And I get a lot of people calling me all the time about, they want to move to Fayetteville so they have that art-centric feel. How is that? All the different things. So making sense for that to happen in Fayetteville, obviously. And the second fun thing happening in Northwest Arkansas is actually happening in Springdale, and the Workbench Collective just opened up for business in Springdale, Arkansas. So the Workbench Collective, let me take a step back here. Have you ever wanted to woodwork? The answer is of course. Sometimes you've got to hanker to take a piece of wood and you're like, I want to make a table leg out of that. We all do that. At least I do sometimes. Anyways, I don't always have the tools. I don't want to deal with the dust. I don't want to deal with like, what am I doing? Look up on YouTube and like get the schematics and like get a lathe and just like, okay, that was a good dream for 15 minutes. I saw it on YouTube, like, yeah, we're not doing that. I don't got the tools for that. But solution, the Workbench Collective is a place for adults and kids to go learn how to woodwork? That's a good question. I'll research that. Anyways, be able to basically take wood and make it into something that was not there before. Same thing with clay. Obviously, when you have clay, you have to learn how to mold pots and do stuff like that. Same thing with wood. A lot more tools needed. Clay sometimes it's just these. But regardless, anyways, with this, super fascinating. The one thing I truly love about this is that as, obviously as cultures changed and westernization happens, and we don't necessarily need to work wood anymore, it is good to have an ability to put kids in a situation where it's like, hey, we're going to make a 1920 armoire today. So obviously that may not happen directly like that, but it'd be pretty cool. Regardless of all that, it is great to see adults and kids come together and basically learn kind of a new old skill set, if you want to say it that way. But it is fun to bring your kids, bring family, bring friends, and kind of learn a skill set. And then the nice thing that I love about this is that you can kind of like scratch the itch of woodworking, and maybe you get into it. Maybe you build a huge shop and you get a vacuum and suck all the dust out and lathe the whole thing out there. Or you can go to the actual, business and be like, hey, we can come here twice a week. Let's make your 1920 armoire, and then we would ship it back home. And you got a whole new skill set. So that's kind of the fun aspect that I enjoy as well. Whoa. I made something for you. I made something called 3-day itineraries. So maybe you're looking to check this place out, kind of venture around the whole area. I have 3-day itineraries that goes day by day, restaurant by restaurant, thing by thing. So maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're a sightseer, maybe you have kids, whatever it is. I have 3-day itineraries linked down below for you. So go ahead and download them and use them when you get down here. And also, maybe you are using things like Realtor.com, Zillow.com, or Redfin. Way too slow. Notifications, way too slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates. Sounds exactly what it is, literally Instant Home Updates. So enter your information below, your name, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Where do you want to move to in Northwest Arkansas? Enter all the information below and make sure to miss a single notification when it comes for homes for sale or for rent, all in Northwest Arkansas. Also, side note, every single Friday, I send an email out just talking about all the cool things happening in Northwest Arkansas. What's going on downtown Bentonville? What's going on in Fayetteville? What's going on in downtown Springdale? What's going on in Walmart Amphitheater? What new construction is happening here? What new business? There are so many things all the time. Enter your name below, enter your email below, and make sure you get the email every single Friday. But I need you to be aware, just a little heads up, need to be aware. You will get a little fear of missing out, little FOMO, so to speak. But I promise you will be the most informed person eventually when you make your way down to Northwest Arkansas. And the third really cool thing happening in Northwest Arkansas is finally, the $28 million multi-family complex is just opened up in downtown Rogers. This was a big deal because the fact that this was one of those projects that needed to happen in downtown Rogers to continue to expand downtown Rogers. If you haven't been to downtown Rogers, what are you doing? Definitely drop what you're doing. Even if you're in a different state, drive. Just drive to downtown. No, hold on. But regardless of all of that, downtown Rogers is super pretty. Lake Atalanta. We have the Razorback Greenway go through there. We have the rail yard. We have the water splash pads. We have all the restaurants, the brick laid streets, Honest Coffee headquarters. And so all sorts of fun things happen in downtown Rogers. They have a big music venue right there. And there's more things coming down the pipeline. But the thing that struggled with downtown Rogers is that it needed more, let's say, housing, not necessarily affordable, but just housing, just like not a 1920 Rambler house that needed to be probably torn down, on the outskirts, right on the outskirts of the downtown. So that's changed. They are currently developing more of those multi-family complexes, multi-unit complexes, multi-condo complexes, and this was the first start of that. So exciting to see that happen. Exciting to see downtown Rogers grow, just like downtown Bentonville. And the fourth and final fun thing happening in Northwest Arkansas is actually the USARA National Racing Championships is happening in Bentonville, Arkansas. I was looking over there to read it properly. Anyways, this is always exciting because essentially what this boils down to, I think they talked about this last year, but they finally made the announcement that they're happening in Bentonville this year. Multi-day race. Think about like The Great Adventure. What's that TV show on ABC or NBC where it's like I think it's called The Great Adventure or something like that. The Great Escape, no, I don't know. Moving on. But it's basically a multi-day adventure where you have multiple disciplines: biking, running, hiking, camping, kayaking, swimming. If they could throw in like some sort of hang glide in there, that'd be epic. But regardless, it's like kind of like the adventure, not through Bentonville, obviously, but through the Ozark Mountains. That's gonna be a whole wild adventure because it's gonna be in September, so you're not gonna sure. Is it gonna be cold? Is it gonna be hot? We don't know. It could be chilly. Most likely it's gonna be warm, so they're fine there. We're talking like 80s, maybe 70s if you're lucky. So that's gonna be interesting. The Buffalo River will be kind of a little bit drier, so they'll be fine there. But there's a lot of other rivers that I would consider wider that's gonna be interesting for them. Regardless of all that, I'm excited to see this happen. I'm excited to see Bentonville broaden their scope of simply we're a mountain biking capital of the world, which is great. But as we go into mountain climbing, we have all the adventure races. We have kind of the same concept, but longer endurance bike races. We have kayaking now. We have a lot of other things that are happening in the Bentonville adjacent area that are just beyond mountain biking. So seeing this multi-day race is going to be a lot of fun to see actually happen in Bentonville, Arkansas. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Again, if you haven't been down to Northwest Arkansas quite yet, I made something called the NWA Starter Pack. Sounds exactly what it is, literally a starter pack full of all the cool things in Northwest Arkansas. It comes with a 120-page literally guide of demographics, school systems, education, all the different projects happening here, all the cool things you want to know about Northwest Arkansas comes in a 120-page guide. It comes with my itineraries. It comes with postcards. It comes with stickers. It comes with all sorts of different, right here. You want it for this reason. You want the Northwest Arkansas coloring book made by yours truly. I should actually probably color this now I think about it. But anyways, it's pretty amazing. Where's me? I'm here. Hold on. Hold your horses, people. I'm looking out to my side over here. This is going to be glorious. I'm not. Hold on. There I am. You want to color my face in? Don't give me a mustache. Anyways, long story short, you definitely want the NWA Starter Pack. Enter your name and address below. comes shipped, like literally a package shipped right to your home, box right to your home. Enter your address below, make sure you get the package shipped to you right away. Also, side note, it does come with your first free mountain bike, so that's pretty cool. Whoa, and I know what you're thinking, It is my favorite full F word. Free! So enter your information below, make sure you get that package shipped to you right away. Alright guys, I'll see you next one.